Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title of the Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation.
What's good? This is episode 130 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yay.
I am Stutter McFly, back again with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
I ain't got nothing. Jean jacket slim. Denim.
I feel like over time you
Denim! I was surprised when he said he ain't had nothing. I said, you ain't got nothing? Nothing. Jean jacket slim feels good. But you're not wearing a jean jacket. Rosie-O.
Like I've never looked at your fingers before.
Kevin? You definitely roll blunts.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm going to be 40 this year. Well, I guess people, yeah. That's just... It's your boy Molito the Grout.
Hey, and they call me Hunter.
By the fingertips, look, you got a very strong grip, my man.
Oh, yeah, I'm a mechanic. I'm a mechanic. Why you look at me like that?
So anyways.
They call him Hunter. Yeah, that's hate. That was hate, huh? I think a little bit. That's hate. I think
oh, my God. Every mechanic, that just made me pop up because the mechanics I know, my dad used to call them dick fingers.
Oh, no, I never bashed mine because they always missing a limb. Missing that limb. You're like...
Anyway, how are your weeks?
Mr. Wendell, you all right? Yeah, not good. So I didn't want to start it somber. But rest in peace to my Uncle Kenny. So
rest in peace.
That's how my week's been. Getting ready to fly out to Texas, see some family. That's gonna be interesting. I got a cousin I ain't never met. I just thought about that. I was like, wow, like never.
You say that, and I met my cousin at my dad's funeral, and like some random nigga followed me on Snapchat for like close to a year, and I didn't know who he was, and then it didn't click till last week, and it was my cousin.
Your cousin, yeah. That's crazy.
I was like, "Who's this nigga?"
That's
just following me, like, and then it didn't click till one day he texted me and was like, "Happy New Year, cuzzo," and I said, "That's the nigga that's been following."
I'm like, oh my bad.
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah, we figure it out. Yeah, shit, Kevin, my week ain't been much better. So, you know, it's been a rocky week. We'll just say that. Yeah. You know, dealing with life. We'll just keep it there. It's a motherfucker.
And my week has been very low key.
What's that mean?
Ain't shit going on. Ain't shit happening. So
like, I don't know.
You didn't get any fresh kills?
Because low key could be like sitting under a bridge.
You had no reason to go to the Mojave this weekend, or?
Nope. So like I said, it's, low key.
That made me think of the Ring app. There was like a bunch of police over there. Like if you read the comments, people are like, what happened? What happened? And you can tell it's some kids that get on there. Somebody's like, mutilated body found. I was like, on the street? Like, sorry. How was your week?
My week was okay. Just went to work, did the usual, watched Maurice get messed with, and it had me shitting bullets because they were messing with him. I was like, because every time we would talk, he was like, man, they got me talking to so-and-so again. I said, God damn, like, and it just made me feel like, well, shit, are they circling me? So
I was in office a lot this week.
That shit had me on alert, on high alert. So, but it
was for dumb shit. It was
And then at the end of the week, when he's like, oh, it was just this. I was like, oh, nigga, like. But other than that, just I went to work. We got to go to Vegas, so that kind of that took care of the money aspect. So at the tail end of the week, I just kind of took it light. Went to the gym. Played yesterday with some young niggas, and they made me feel old. And
were they all niggas?
No, dude, I say niggas, to any race.
I understand that, but I want to.
He was a nigga because he had the nerve to act like he's just about the body is.
I just don't know why we keep using the N word like we do.
Did he have a sweater on?
Hey,
He did have a sweater on
The whole time?
and he was wearing those flannel pajama bottoms
Oh, no. That's
with some
different.
pink
I really
Nikes.
do.
It was
That's cool.
offensive,
You know,
but he was hooping. This nigga was hitting shots. I said, "This motherfucker here."
He rolled out of bed, put his Nikes on in his hoodie, and just
And had the nerve to say, "Man, it's been like 3.5 months since I last hooped." I said, "Nigga, how are you?" 18.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He had the advantage.
So, with that last game, I got my revenge. We beat him 11-0. But at 7, I said, "Is this a 7-0 skunk?" And they were like, "Oh, no, we got to score at least once." They didn't.
Well, they don't have any strength.
No.
Like
They
you
were,
guys.
it was to the point they were holding me. They were holding me to try to make sure I couldn't score, and they couldn't even do that. So,
See, that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I don't think I've unlocked my old man strength yet.
Oh, it's you. Yeah, you probably have. You don't realize it.
so this must be what Shaq
Yeah.
felt like, kind of.
Oh no, it's nice. Like when you go play. I remember playing, and I wasn't like that, but I was much older than the kids who was playing, and they was like running. I was like, I can't let these little motherfuckers beat us. Like we can't do that. I'm underneath.
Old nigga powers activate. Old
Right.
nigga power.
All
Hey,
day.
hey,
Making a
man.
living. Making a living.
Hey,
Yeah.
sorry, man. Is this landing on you? This feels like it's landing on you.
What?
no, it just
He's-
you know, I'm
He's
I don't know,
showing us the
it's-
generational gap right now.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Nah, he said he didn't like the use of the N word. So
Do you like the N word better?
No, I'm just saying, why can't we progress and stop using it?
What do you want to say, ninja?
No, I don't want you to.
Okay, I'll say niggas.
Does it need to be replaced?
It's
Niggas.
progressed. White people say it now.
And that's the problem.
Why is that the problem?
Because
It's just another adjective.
You gotta accept me for
no other
Don't
race,
ask me to change. You gotta accept
other
me for
race-
me.
No other race slurs are used like
Bullshit.
ours.
Shit.
Bullshit.
It's not.
Just maybe not publicly.
And my
Thank you. That's exactly what I was
and my
meant.
response is this nigga.
Well, yeah, I was like, we could, yeah. This could
You
be
know?
easy. This is easy.
This nigga.
Oh, I thought I was, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
You know, like you
Different
said,
day.
publicly.
Yeah.
Ours is the only one that gets used like that. And we ain't gonna never be able to take it back
Well,
until we
I mean,
stop
when you
using it.
look, but when
we
you
put
when
it
you
on
look at
display.
black culture as a whole, we everywhere because we are the culture.
We put it on display.
So,
Right. Again, we
So
will
they-
never be able to take
so-
that word back until we take control over
I
it.
mean, we can't take our music back either, but you know,
Yeah.
it is what
I
it
don't,
is.
yeah, because the conversation to me, it gets weird because I bet you it wasn't like this before rap went mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, niggas is eating. So, fuck it. And you don't have to say it. It's cool.
Pan to this nigga's face. It says everything.
It's landing.
That's the episode image.
We was talking. We was
He
talking.
had this
earlier.
look like these niggas here.
No, he's definitely in his head is saying it. I can't stand none of these.
But I can't say the word. I can't say the word, but these niggas here, like,
You know.
It do get mad when he get mad at you and he be like, you know what, Negro? He's trying his damnest not to say it. You know what, Negro? Oh,
Yeah, that is my substitute.
I can be a Negro, but I can't be a nigga. Okay.
these niggas.
I do like Negro though. I do like Negro.
You like?
I know. I don't know why. It's weird. I shouldn't.
Ever? Did I tell you the story with RJ when we were part time? And that's why when we were talking in the car when he cut me off that day, I kept saying colored folk. So
don't you tell me. You just triggered that. Quick. Go ahead.
so we were working part time and we were picking off in Spruce Building, and he had said something, and he was trying to explain something to me, and he said, yeah, I have many colored folk. I said, wait a minute. I said, you can say black people.
Yeah.
You can say African American. You don't have to say colored folk. I said, nigga, you just set us back 20 years in one statement. Like,
Was
he was like, oh, my bad. I didn't know how to phrase it. I said, but don't phrase it as colored folk.
Is he white?
Yeah.
Old?
Well, RJ,
No.
well, I mean, yeah,
See,
he was still.
So I have a different experience with that. And I had like multiple different ones because I worked at this old senior center in Arizona and they was all old. Like one dude was like 90 on a Harley and I was like, things are going to be said. Things are going to be said, right? And I remember one lady like, yeah, she was, oh, you mean the little Negra girl? And I was like,
Nigger?
I'm not even offended. But like, I didn't even know there was like, it was like Spanish. Like it had the female connotation. Like, I was like, I never heard that. She's like,
Wow.
oh, the colored girl in the back. And I'm like, I don't think she's trying to be racist. Like, I think that's just how her old ass talks.
You know, the only thing I don't
It was her
ever.
version of PC.
Yeah.
My thing about that is, I get it that you were born in that culture, but for you to never progress and still
Yeah,
use
but
it,
you 80,
it's-
man. If you 80, I'm done. I'm over it.
This
Like,
is coming from the motherfucker that said, I'm too old to change who I am.
yeah.
But he can't see why motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, I change myself all the time.
Some things, yeah, but there's some
Alright.
things you stuck in.
Right, but I'm saying you still just, I don't know.
All I kept thinking when you said that was she was trying her damnedest not to say
The other
Yeah,
one.
the hard
so
R.
she was like,
Hard R.
the colored, the Nigra,
Yeah.
shit, no,
This was around Obama.
color girl,
Like when
like-
he was running, I learned a lot of racist shit then.
Oh my God,
A lot. I didn't know the shine was a racist term. Like somebody was like, my dad's racist as hell. He was like, oh, the shine's running for the president. I was like, what's that? He's like, like the shoe shine boy. And I was like, damn, that's cold. Like, your dad's old school racist. Like,
Been doing it for years.
holy hell.
Well, and like you said, a lot of times those kind of people, they've been doing it for years, and they're also not around black folk either.
Yeah,
So
but the
it
weird
doesn't-
part is he wasn't anything like that. Like the kid I was talking about, like he's
No, I'm talking about how
been
the older
around-
people
yeah.
are like that. They're generally
I'm
not
saying
even
they
around
progress
black
You know,
people.
over
the
time.
older you get, the less you care.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're
give a
around
damn.
black folks, you would still give them that benefit. When you're not around, you just don't care because you never
I
had
know
to.
some motherfuckers just didn't care
No.
if he was in the room or not.
Oh, you always got people who don't care
At least,
about
and
shit.
I said, at least they're honest.
Well,
You know.
Hey.
So,
yeah, let's.
with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the shenanigans.
You know, you let a nigga shenan one time, he gonna shenan again.
So, what have the Okay, let's fuck that. Rewind that. What sacrifices have you made that your family may not know about?
That's I don't know. Like, do you mean because time always feels like one?
This is my best example
I
of
always
this.
feel like
Well, they
time
know
is-
about time.
Somewhat.
This is my best
Somewhat. I don't think they
example
know
of
the
this.
full extent.
It would be like, you know how Ralph
Sleep.
from New Edition made the sacrifice of bringing them niggas along, and they maybe didn't know it until that New Edition movie came out that he sacrificed some shit for them to be successful. That's my best analogy. So are there things in your life that you've done and sacrificed as the head of your household, or in any aspect where you can say, they might not know about it, but dad or husband or brother or whatever did this for them to be a step up or a leg up, or
The only thing I can,
Sorry, then my head went some.
the only thing I can think about honestly is I sacrifice myself. Like sacrifice the things I want to do, so that they can be able to do what they need to do or what they want to do. That's I sacrifice my time to be able to take care of them. That's honestly, I mean, but I guess they see it. But like, there's things that I probably would. I know for a fact there's things I would do if I didn't have a family or anything like that. But I definitely sacrifice like my emotional state because as a man, it don't matter how you feel, you got to get it done regardless. So I think that's probably the only thing I've sacrificed. It's not like I'm out here giving kidneys or nothing like that. But
I got you. Yeah, that's why I was saying like time sleep because I will just give up sleep. I'd rather not sleep and I'll spend time with my family. But I guess in a sense, because I don't feel like my family is like why I don't do comedy. It's just the lifestyle I've decided to go for to provide for my family that kind of drives me away from comedy. And I'd much rather provide for my family than go do fucking comedy. Like it's not a hard thing to me. So I guess that would be like a big one to me, but it's like, I don't feel like it's a sacrifice because I just feel like it's a pause. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like that shit's gone. And like, maybe it's the alcohol, but fuck it. Niggas will be on notice when these kids get older. Flaming.
you said sleep. How often do you have the instances where I know we experience this a lot when we work nights. The instance where you're like trying to get sleep in and the door gets opened and they're jumping on the bed and they're saying, Dad, 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 and mom might come in and be like, Dad's worked all night, he needs some rest. Like, how often do you have to I've had the instances where I've forced myself to wake up because it's like that's not fair to them, but at the same token, then
I think I've been lucky in our scheduling, the way it works. Because, like, I'll come in and they'll be getting ready for school. So, like, I'll see them go to school. Grayson will be home. But she always has something to do downstairs with Amanda or whatever. So she'll come and be like, oh, Dad's going to sleep. It's like, she kind of gets it. Like, oh, you're going to sleep. And then I get up and then I'm chilling with her. So, luckily, I don't have that often. Like, because they know from, maybe 1 o'clock or so, I'm there with them. I'm just Dad and us. So, yeah. It's not a lot of sleep, but fuck it.
hopefully, I know there were a lot of times with my dad, I can say, looking back, I can remember how tired he was and like you appreciate it more as you're older. Like, you're like, oh, like, I get it. I get why how you were then, like, especially with the driving job, I get when we used to travel a lot and I would see him pull over to the side of the road and like he'd be rubbing his eyes or like he'll run around I remember he ran around the truck and was doing laps and he was doing push-ups and jumping jacks and shit. And I'm like, they see some random nigga on the side of the road. And I'm looking like,
nah.
But now you know exactly
I know exactly why he does it now.
Another driver's
when I was young, I was, the fuck is
salute, my nigga.
Like,
salute.
he probably was just swerving. He said, let me pull over.
Let me pull the fuck over and get some jumping jacks in to get this fucking blood going so I'm not fucking falling asleep behind the wheel.
Yeah.
You know, I tried that when we first started driving and all I did was end up more tired.
Dog.
That's because you're not used to
Sunflower seeds.
I used to do that. Sunflower seeds heavy. That the sodium ain't good for you.
Hey, I ain't got no choice right now because I'll be driving sometime like.
Why don't you call me?
Call you?
Yeah.
I'll be following.
Yeah, but you know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
trying to say
saying?
is when you engage with somebody else, it helps keep you awake.
Are you up at 6 in the morning?
Yes.
I couldn't call you.
Well, you know I
What
work.
noise was that, Kevin?
You know,
What did you channel there? What was that?
It's like, I don't know, eating some hot.
yeah, you know I work from 8:30 at night till 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, we're on this. Well, damn, I'm not on the same shift as you. I am off.
Before then.
Yes.
Fuck. Was that the? Oh fuck! I feel like you channeled the Cookie Monster or something.
It might have been.
Fuck. All right. What about you, Hunter?
Oh man, the reason I even brought this up because me and wife were talking, and I sold like personal things of mine that have money to give to my kids, you know, or to help them out, and I don't think they ever knew that, you know. They didn't know what I had to do to actually get that money for them. You know?
Yeah.
So,
That just made me think of my dad too. Because I remember him doing that too. Like there was things I didn't know that he would sell or pawn off to either have cash or to get me something. Yeah. It's important to know that as parents, how much you sacrifice and you get where your parents were coming from before you when they did it. And now as a parent, you understand why those sacrifices were made and what you have to do in order to provide.
Some things we think are sacrifice, you're like, nah, that was a blessing, brother. Good thing you got a family.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Life is a mother.
yeah, call me.
All right.
All right, seriously.
All right.
I mean, we'll all vouch. When you talk on the phone, you stay up.
And when
I
niggas get quiet is when you say, hey, you good?
I know. It's just, there's
Don't want to
nobody.
fall asleep on in front of train tracks.
I didn't think of nobody
With
to
no
call.
brakes
Did you hear about that?
In the
that
morning.
driver?
Yeah, I know about that.
It's me.
What is
Hi.
So-
I'm the problem. It's me.
what's one habit you want to get rid of and one habit you would like to keep.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Oh. Smoking. Obviously, that's stupid.
You want to get rid of smoking?
It's stupid, yeah.
Like altogether?
Cigarettes.
I had to clarify. Altogether or
That's
just
stupid? It's stupid. I sounded like a doof the other day talking to I took my mom. This pack of joints. I had like 15 joints. I was like, Mom, look at this. It's like a dream come true. She was like, what? I was like, never mind. You wouldn't understand.
yeah.
Smoking cigarettes. This is weird. It's not a habit. I'll have to come back to one keep, but like it's like from being on stage, I got this nervous tick where I just rub my belly. And I'm like, I'm not gonna ever try to work on that. I'm gonna just keep that shit.
I saw the guy commented on the page about that the rubbing belly thing.
I guess it's not just on stage.
So you're gonna be that 70-year-old black man talking to your grandkids like, when I was your age, we had to walk around.
Nah, at 70, I'm gonna be fit. Like I'm gonna be cut like The Rock.
So you gonna
Which rock?
So he gonna get
Not God bless the child that got his own, not the trash man.
I was like, so he gonna get rid of cigarettes and pick up the steroids.
Fuck man. Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think I can answer this. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know
what's
either.
the
I was saying the
habit?
same time. I was like, damn, what are my habits?
Because a good habit is that
Speeding.
That's not a habit.
That is
Yeah,
a
it is.
habit.
For you, it is.
How's that not a habit?
That's not a habit. I wouldn't call it a habit. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna keep that one in.
Midgets.
Oh,
That's
damn.
a fetish. That's a fetish.
Yeah,
That's a
see.
fetish.
Sending midgets to other people.
Fetish.
Habit.
That's a fetish?
That's a habit.
That's a
That's a
habit.
habit. That's a habit.
So what do you want to say? You don't want me to send you guys on midgets no more?
Said this several
Sometimes-
I
times.
can live
you
without
got-
midgets.
That's why
Said
you gotta keep your fetishes to yourself.
Several times. You always be trying to like find one. Like, this one good? Yeah.
What
Fine.
about this one?
Fine. Since we're over here talking about it, that's the one I'll let go.
I think if I think I have a habit of overextending myself. I need to stop that.
Jacking off.
I said overextending. I don't know how you got there.
Hold on, is that a habit?
That'd be a good habit.
I mean, if it was a habit, that'd be definitely one you want to keep.
But yeah,
You know.
if I had to get rid of a habit, it'd be overextending myself.
Doing too much.
Yeah.
And what's the habit you keep? No one's answered that yet. You have
Well, I'm keeping.
Oh,
I'm
the
the
keeping
rubbing the belly
Yeah.
thing.
But the
Keep my speeding.
gym,
This is a habit.
the gym
Really?
habit I keep.
See, and this is where I get weird when it comes to like one you keep. Is that habit or is that just
Because if it
routine?
becomes habit, it becomes routine, right?
Yeah.
So if like you're picking up, like he's saying, the gym, if you're picking up the gym
Yeah.
and it's become something that you've grown to like,
Yeah.
it's a habit, it becomes routine. But then there might be things within that routine that you better.
Because I always
So,
think of
You know,
like
saying the
things
N word
within
is that's a
something.
habit thing.
You right. Not getting rid of it, homie.
And now we're back to the top.
So like within that habit or routine now, maybe pushing yourself to do more reps, get stronger, adding more to your workout, stuff like that would become the habit of pushing yourself towards a threshold, to the next threshold, to
So the habit would be the pushing.
the pushing.
That would be the habit.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I don't know. It's weird when I think of that. Because like habit, like I think to break it down into like a section or something. Because if you're doing something, that whole thing is the routine. But then you have little things within that are the habit. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh,
So-
this thing right here. But like even like if you do basketball, if you're playing basketball and there's certain things you do, you're like that's a habit that they say is bad, but kind of nice with it. So
Yeah. I would say mine's is for a habit to break, it would be allowing outside forces or energy to dictate decisions I decide to make. So like it might throw me off of my,
oh, okay, I got you like that.
so you'll be like, something will
affects you.
happen, bills, whatever, and then it'll kind of like, you'll trip over it be more tripping about that than actually just maintaining the
It
goal.
knocks you off center, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny you said that. Because my wife said something to me a couple of days ago, and she was like, "What's going on?" I was like, she had brought something to me. I was like, I had to hit the point. I said, "Fuck it." From the week, I was like, "Fuck it. If it get paid, it get paid. If it don't, it don't." I said, I'm tired of stressing over shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And when I hit that point, I was like, I kind of like relaxed a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck it, is what it is. Because remember, I had called you. I said,
Yeah.
I said, damn, I forgot to pay my damn mortgage.
Well, remember, I think I've hit that.
And I was like,
Hey, worst case is it's gonna be a late fee.
And I was like, I got so much going on. I'm like, I know that's how I knew like the week was because I'm starting to forget shit. And I'm like, well, I logged in, I got the late fee, and then they had added the late fee. I said, well, I guess I'll pay when I get paid. I get the money I got in my bank now. Go.
Yeah.
I drove my ass right to Chipotle.
Yeah.
And like I said, when you hit me up, I said, nigga, it is what it is. Like, but I've learned that with bills. That was my thing in 2023. I learned that about bills. It's like, I used to stress so much. And then sometimes it's like, if it's out of your control, just live with it and keep moving.
Here's the thing I learned with bills. If you're talking to me about bills past 6 o'clock, there's no point. I'm like, they're closed.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, fuck it. What are we going to call them? We can't call them till tomorrow. We'll just enjoy the rest of the day.
Worry about
just
that tomorrow.
deal with that shit tomorrow.
So do you guys keep like a whole bill list? And do you check off every single month of what's paid and not paid?
I keep a whole spreadsheet. I know where every dollar of my money go.
Mm-hmm.
I let Amanda write that out because that shit stresses me.
Oh, yeah. I write
she
everything
knows when
down.
it's time to talk. I'm
No,
like,
now that's just tricking me. I go back to the last topic. I know a goddamn habit we need to give up as a family. It's Starbucks. How much money my family gives Starbucks is ridiculous.
If you had to guess how much?
In the last 2 weeks, we've given Starbucks $227.
I was gonna say, I feel like he's not gonna guess. It's gonna be
It's very good. It's gonna be
exact amount.
That's a Julius habit here.
I noticed last month I spent like $800 at Amazon, and I was like, I need to stop that shit.
You got some cool shit, or did you just get some bullshit?
You know, it goes like this with me. I refuse to get Prime. So when they throw out Prime, out for free, I'll end up getting it, and then I'll just buy a bunch of shit.
I always tell you, if you want to get something from Prime, just send me the money, I'll order it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'll ship it to your house. I got Prime. Just send me the money and I'll order it.
Yeah, because I go on a free.
Kevin, he has this belief that if he gets Prime, he's gonna always be shopping. But he's always shopping anyway.
Like, no, only when they throw out free Prime. When I don't have free Prime, I don't shop.
You shop anyway, whether it's Amazon or not. My bad. Go ahead and answer the question.
My to keep habit is, I don't know if it's a habit, it's now routine, but just the consistency to say I can do shit like that. That habit is got me far. It's saying like, I decided I want to hit the gym, so now I hit the gym all the time. Or I decided that I want to rap, do a song or do multiple songs or whatever. That's the constant habit of saying I can't, or I don't know if it's even saying
no, it's not
yes
the same.
to everything.
It's not the same because see, we're in a weird position because I feel like my habit now is like a bad habit where I'm like, there's shit that I want to do where I'm like, nigga, I know I can do it, but I don't do it. Yeah. So like that's a bad habit of just being like not doing it, and I'm
trying to like get to a point where now just that habit of always, I can do a song, I can do that, I can do this, I can try that, I can constantly doing that. I guess the action of doing it.
Yeah, a doer.
Boom, 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 and then trying this and challenging myself to keep pushing.
Yeah,
because like I'm reading more. I'm trying to figure this out more. I'm trying to get into that mama mentality.
Like books and shit?
Books, yeah.
Good. Like hard copies?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hunter saw
I know that sounds weird. Like
I'm sure
that's
you
that
saw
nerd
the two
shit.
books in the back. You didn't?
I hate like reading on like
I keep a book in
anything.
I keep a book in my lunch bag.
So I'm trying to get to a point
through it.
To challenge myself
I get about
to be
3 pages
more
a week at this point.
I gotta get back.
That habit I want to keep going and growing with.
That's actually something I've been wanting to develop.
That's good.
It's funny because you said that because my brother-in-law, he actually sent me an audiobook that I think I might buy.
I haven't gotten into that yet. It's hard. I keep trying and it's just like, it's hard.
Yeah. The Nipsey Hussle one's dope. That's something while I was on leave, I listened to that shit. I was listening to in the gym.
Is it him narrating?
No, it was after his death.
Okay.
So it was someone who was spent a lot of time researching everything
can
and was
listen to it.
interviewing everyone, and it was very detailed, and it told you his entire career.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's dope.
all the way up until his death. So it's a dope read. If I even have this shit on here.
I don't think I can say that though. I still haven't got used to that.
What?
It's a dope read. You're like, it's an audio book. Like it's not.
But it's a dope read
It's
because there's a. But
I
I'm
know,
saying if
I
you're
know. I'm
describing,
just
like,
not used to it yet. Like it's
listen.
yeah. That's how I
it is
feel.
a dope
Like,
listen. So and the
Nah.
Bruce Lee one as well. So
No, I've been wanting to read, but I've been wanting to read in the bathroom. instead
y'all
of,
know
like,
this is
playing
going
on the phone.
like in about 5 to 7
I mean, instead
years.
of being on your phone, why not
be
read something?
AI doing this.
yeah,
And it's gonna be Bruce Lee reading his own shit. You're like,
it's like this is what Bruce Lee would have sounded like.
My thing is, I want to read a book, but I gotta find out which book it is exactly.
All right, switching it up.
pop ups and shit.
What were you obsessed with as a
No,
child?
Like in what area? Because this can go.
I'm talking. Shit,
At what
it could
age?
be just what were you most obsessed with? Like,
It depends on the age.
all right, 8 at 8.
Titties.
I don't know. I think I was lighting fires at some point. I was that kid.
What kid didn't? I used to say,
Yeah.
I'm denying everything.
I was lighting fires like a
That
dumb
that
ass.
black patch in the back of my backyard that I
I
denied
can't deny.
to my dad every time he said, "What happened here?" I have no idea.
No.
That black patch, grass don't grow no more. Wasn't me.
Our shit got
Even
out
though
of
in the back of
control.
my mind, I know exactly what the fuck stuff that.
Yeah.
I never heard me openly say it, but I know exactly. Oh, so you don't know what happened here? Mm-mm.
Yep.
Not at all.
I wish I could have lied. I tried to lie. It was stupid.
Grass never grew there again.
Pine needles, dry pine needles. Piled them this high, threw a match in it, and that shit fell woof. And then his sister was in the bathroom taking a shower, and all the smoke went in there. I was just like, nigga, I don't know how to put this out. Like, we don't know how to put this out. How do we put this out? We tried to say somebody walked down the street, stopped by and threw a lighter. But
That don't even sound plausible.
we both got 2 ass whoopings that
Yeah.
day.
That don't even sound.
Yeah.
We came together on
I
that
think
one.
he was better off just being honest at
Yeah.
that point because this story didn't add up.
Yeah.
Nah.
What about you, Hunter?
I don't know. I can't
You can
remember
think back
being
that far.
8.
Was it?
Well,
Was it
as a
was
child,
different time?
anything.
When you picture back, is it in black and white?
Marbles. Jacks.
I mean,
Hip
it's,
hop.
you know, what was the question again?
What were you most obsessed with as a child? And we use specific time with.
Yeah,
verses
I don't.
8.
I can't remember being obsessed.
What?
I remember being older and like, you know, but assess when you're a kid. You know, you could assess or you're, you know,
I was
having
obsessed with
your
being.
gaming.
Was I
gaming
playing
consoles.
Pogs then? I might have been playing
I will say
Pogs
this,
then.
to be honest, like, the honest answer or the less graphic one would be I was obsessed with Ninja Turtles.
I was
Like
obsessed with being
everything,
a Power
everything
Ranger,
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtle,
Yeah.
I think Pogs.
Ghostbuster.
I had the notebook of Pogs and all
Yeah.
that shit.
You know, I never liked Ninja Turtles.
well, yeah, that was, you were Thundercats.
No, I guess, but
Heath
Ninja
Cliff,
Turtles was
nigga.
still there though.
Cliff.
Ninja Turtles was still there though.
He was what?
Tomcat.
Reading Dilbert.
Actually,
Junkyard Cats.
I actually like Dilbert. Remember when Dilbert had a series?
Oh, yeah. I'm right there.
He-Man.
We just saw the age gap here.
Yeah,
I'm right there. Nah,
I remember
yeah.
watching Heathcliff and the Junkyard Cats in like kindergarten.
I loved all that shit, though.
Like I would come
Felix.
home and like Felix, I would come home and like that'd be like it'd be like Heathcliff, Felix, and Clifford, and then I'd have to do homework. It was like these 3 shows, and I remember that like kindergarten,
Yeah,
first grade.
We
That was-
old. We old.
Yeah, damn.
See, I never watched none
Heathcliff
of
was the
those.
cat that was conning everybody, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
smoking and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what
he was
those
a bad
were the
influence.
cartoons.
He was a bad influence for sure.
Cartoons have changed a lot.
And
A
they-
lot.
I remember them grouping them together
A
with
lot.
Garfield.
Garfield was just lazy.
Yeah. I would definitely prefer to be Heathcliff.
My cartoons back then were Transformers, Thundercats.
Go, Lionel, go.
What's
He-Man?
that one? Yeah, He-Man too. And what's that one? The
What?
Lions.
Hunter watched Fraggle Rock.
Voltron?
Nah,
Yeah, Voltron.
Yeah.
I watched Fraggle when I was younger. Yeah.
My wife made me feel old. I brought up Captain Planet.
She know what it was?
She didn't know what the fuck that was. I was like, damn, mama.
Don't disrespect me like that.
Captain Planet.
The Don Cheadle one?
Oh, that one was great. That's my favorite one. Don Cheadle was Captain Planet.
Yeah, I was trying to explain that to them, and they were like, I don't know what Captain Planet is. I was like, well, then I can't explain this to you. It's like,
That motherfucker was violent.
I can't.
I enjoyed
So
it.
does that mean she don't know who Carmen Sandiego? Yeah,
I don't know. Well, Carmen Sandiego, it was in school, I feel like.
She had a whole TV show.
Yeah, I know, but they
I
brought it to
remember
school
it would
for
come
some
on,
reason.
and I would pretend to be interested and cut that motherfucker off.
You know, I don't watch none of these shows.
We know.
Well, yeah, you was grown. You had kids.
They might have been watching it.
Because I'm like, I didn't watch none of those.
Captain Planet. I used to watch Recess a
Did you
lot.
say? Did you say what you was obsessed with?
Yeah.
What was Ninja Turtles and
Ninja
shit
Turtles,
like that?
Power Rangers,
Me, it had to be playing console games at the time.
that too.
Console games?
Yeah.
Street Fighter,
Sega
Mortal
Genesis, remember
Kombat,
back then?
When you was a kid?
Super Mario.
Yes, motherfucker.
He played Atari.
I know.
I had Atari
Kaboom.
too.
He trying to
I
front.
still had Atari. I still had Sega though.
Oh, yeah, the first one.
Sega.
Me too. I had the first. I be trying to talk shit about your age, but then I'm like,
That's when
I
I
had the
started
same
my habit of NBA Live.
double dribble.
That was the next gen.
I once got in a whole fight with my cousin over GoldenEye.
A fight? Like a
Yeah,
fight?
Fight.
Fisticuffs?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Over a game?
Over a game.
Age?
We was probably like, I think we were both like 10.
Fair.
It was serious.
That's fair. That's
it was
fair.
It was some serious shit though.
I thought you meant as an adult.
Oh no.
So, did everybody answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get serious now
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
because this was from one of our listeners. Asked us. It was something I shared, and they wanted me to talk about it from a standpoint of both sexes. Man, woman feeling unappreciated. What starts to happen? And in the scenario, because she was saying that both men and women experience the same things about feeling unappreciated in a marriage or relationship. In your minds, what frame of mind do you get to when you feel unappreciated? Like, what starts to happen to you when you start to feel unappreciated in a relationship or marriage, and what steps do
Being
you
an
take?
asshole, just be an asshole. Like,
Man, I
You
guess
can
being
tell.
that and going distance. You get distant with the person.
yeah, it's like cold shoulder shit. It's stupid. It's stupid. And you know it when you're doing it too. And then you know when it's being done to you too.
Yeah.
And you're like, And then you get to a point where you're like, hey, this is stupid. Like, this is
So-
stupid. Like, we live together.
But when you feel unappreciated in certain situations, what, like, that's the best way to phrase this. Is
Address
saying,
it.
like, if you feel like you're breaking your back for someone who doesn't appreciate
Address it.
you just address it.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
other way to do it.
But I'm saying when you address it and it feels like it falls on deaf ears, does that change anything?
Hell yeah, dude.
What does it change for you? Does it make you
Change
feel like
how I
there's a expiration date?
If I tell you I feel pretty sure what I'm doing, and you can't validate or at the very least acknowledge that my feelings have some validity to it, I'm gonna just change how I move. Obviously, what you're telling me is what I do for you. You don't appreciate it, so therefore, in my mind, you're not worthy of what I did for you. So I'm gonna dial what I do. I'm gonna dial it back.
So move accordingly.
I'm gonna move accordingly. So you want bare minimum, you get bare minimum. How it is.
I live by that. Move accordingly. Shit. You?
Yeah, but then I feel like that still is, it's,
It's being petty,
yeah. And I'm like,
but I live for petty.
but still at the end of it, at the end of all of that, you're still at a point to where you're like, we have to address this again.
But but
You know what I
that's
mean?
the thing, Kevin. Like if we have addressed it, if we have addressed it, but she don't feel there's any validation to what I'm saying, what can we do at this point? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I get
so
you.
at that point, I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna dial back. So once I stop doing what I was doing before, then you're gonna start missing what I was doing. Now you're gonna learn to appreciate. Oh shit, I didn't realize he was taking care of this. Oh, I didn't have to worry about this. Like my wife would tell you, there's a whole a dynamic of adulthood that she don't worry about because I
Yeah.
take care of off rip.
But I mean,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she
after
can-
that, don't
she can
you
tell you who?
does it just go back to insert
Well-
to where it was, or do you
Yeah, you insert it. Like,
like? Is there another like, hey, look, my bad, I was tripping.
Once the other person realizes, oh yeah, I do see
Yeah,
it.
but what happened when they don't realize it?
Then you move accordingly.
And what's accordingly?
You do what is best for you. Some people tough it out. Some people leave.
And that's segue into the follow-up question. When is it okay to walk away from a situation that you're not growing or being happy in?
right there?
Right there.
That's the
What was
question.
that? So the expiration date hits then?
Yeah.
Or does it? Did
If
you
you're
give it a
not
little
growing
bit of
or
time?
happy,
You gotta look at it like this. We have a finite. You have a finite amount of time on this planet. And if you're doing everything, if you're in a situation where you're doing everything to try to make the situation work, and that's not being reciprocated in any form, you can only give up so many years of your life. So like you have to ask yourself, do I want to live? Do I want to stay in this and be miserable, or do I want to at least for some time in my life pursue happiness? Right? Like now, if you're with somebody that's meeting you and trying to progress and make the situation better, then yeah, then you stay in there and you grow it.
Yeah.
And you guys, for lack of a better term, you love on each other and you mature together. But if you get in a situation to where one person just don't see no fault in what they're doing, or they have no interest in going the direction you're going, then you gotta realize you only got one life to live.
Because that's the big part to me is the growth aspect.
Yeah.
The growth aspect, because like happiness, y'all can figure that out if you guys decide to try to grow. Like, you know what I mean? Because if it's at a point to where it's like nothing's moving, there's no chance of being happy. And like, if it's somebody who loves you, you might have a shitty situation on your hands at that, but it's like, if it's love, and you're like, hey, I'm not happy at all. Like, you tell somebody that's going to devastate them, but they'll be like, they should. But in a perfect world, I understand that. You know what I mean?
It shouldn't devastate them, Kevin, because
no, that's going to devastate somebody.
As an adult, you should know I can love you and not be happy. I can love you and not like you.
That's going to devastate somebody.
Just like I'm not going to speak for nobody else. Like for my marriage, like shit. For this week, there was days this week I just did not like my wife.
Yes,
it didn't mean I didn't love her.
I
understand
just like that.
When she would call, I'd be like, I'll call you later. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear your voice.
I'm just talking about you saying it shouldn't devastate somebody. It's some wild shit to say. That's some wild shit to say.
Well, because I think I say it shouldn't devastate them if you're having these conversations, and then when you get to the point that you decide to leave, it shouldn't be like, oh, where's this coming from? Like, no, we've had X amount of conversations about what I'm feeling.
But that's where that comes from. I'm like, if they're thinking they're doing something,
oh, you gotta let them know. You gotta be upfront with what's going on. You gotta tell them straight up, hey, this ain't it.
See, that's the hard part.
This ain't it.
So, damn, that gets fucked up. Because, like, what if they are trying and it just ain't it? So what do you do?
Well, it's like,
because that takes to the point. That takes to the
trying
point.
How?
What do you mean trying how?
They're trying mentally, or they're actually putting work in? Because a lot of people will try. They think trying mentally is worth. Is justifiable. Like, you can try to get yourself in the right mind space mentally to be better, but if you're not actually doing the work with the mentality,
let's go to trying with the work.
But hold on, but in that same token of what you said there, there's also the factor that they can be doing it, but it's not what you want them to do.
That's what I'm saying.
So like they're not meeting
what you want
them, but they are doing it. But they're doing it on what they know.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
What they know.
That's going to devastate somebody. If you're
and that's why
you're not making me happy, and they're like, I'm doing everything I can. Like
that's why. My wife and I, we had the conversation, right? She always telling me, like, you have to tell me how to love you, right? Because you have to tell me how you perceive love,
right?
And then so she has to love me in the way that I receive love. I have to love her in the way she receives love, and that's the conversation you have to have. And if you have that conversation and that other person is not willing to meet you there, then it's clear that they're not,
absolutely,
they don't love you as much as they think they do.
Understood.
Because if they loved you, they would be doing the things to make the situation better for everybody. Because it goes back to the happiness part, right? I can't be fully in love if I'm suffering, I'm not happy. Now, I understand that happiness comes from within, but you cannot negate the fact that outside factors are contributing to my unhappiness. And I can only do so much if I'm doing everything I can, but if I make a right, I got a roadblock here. I turn left, I got a roadblock there. I turn around, now I got stuff catching from behind. It's like, should you get to the point where how much more can I do? I've literally boxed myself in, and now I'm just at this point, I'm unhappy, but I'm trying to be a stand-up person. I'm happy, but I'm trying to see a future. So at some point, you got to just exit, because it's like I've exhausted all paths, and you're not willing to meet me. So like, I need to exit. If you're not going to meet me at all, you're showing me that you don't love me like I need to be loved, or you don't love me enough to change.
What happens if it's the flip side, the other way?
Where you're not loving them?
You think you're doing everything you possibly can.
Well, that's the thing. That's why you got to have the conversations. Because what I may perceive as love, she don't perceive it. You know what I'm saying? That's why those conversations are important. You got to have an open dialogue in the relationship, so that the communication is clear of what's expected and what is needed to be interpreted as love.
Because that's the key. Because like, if you both feel boxed in, then it gets tricky.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's where you talk. But you got to have open, honest.
I think people got to be
conversation.
willing to do the counseling too, because some people are afraid of that making it look a certain way. But it's like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think the biggest issue a lot of people have is that when you're talking, especially when you're talking to your partner, it's hard to not get defensive, right? Because they're talking at you. A lot of times they're talking at you.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about what you do, so it's personal. You don't do this, you're not doing this, right? So it's personal. A lot of times, so that when you're in that situation, it's hard to not get defensive. So as if you want to be an emotionally stable adult, you have to learn that, okay, this is even though this is about me, this is more about my actions and not me as a person, right? So logically, you have to understand that if I want this person to meet me here, I'm gonna have to meet them here. Like, it's gonna have to go both ways. I can't stand firm and then expect them to move. I gotta move a little bit with them. Like, you gotta.
Did you start out this way?
Hell no.
Takes work.
It takes work.
Takes work. I feel like we have to tell people that.
It takes work.
It takes work.
And, that's a lot of things that are not talked about even among men or women or groups or anything. We don't have those conversations. Us having it right now, we can probably all go home and realize, wow, we need to talk to our spouses a little bit about some shit, or, have words.
I think a lot of times in relationships, I'm gonna speak to me. A lot of times, like earlier in my relationship, I felt like my manhood was being tested when it really wasn't.
Yeah.
She was just trying to get an understanding and have an understanding with me. And I'm like, why are you sitting here challenging me, coming at me like this? Like, who you talking to, right? But now, in hindsight, when I think back, like I always say, when I start listening to what you're saying, I'm like, God damn, she's right. Fuck, like, and like I'm in the wrong because I'm actually listening, and I'm listening from a place where I'm trying to understand her, and I'm not being defensive just to respond. But like earlier on, these are arguments. These weren't conversations. I'm ready. Like she's talking, and I'm already thinking about my rebuttal. I'm not even listening to what she's saying.
I think that's hilarious how you said that though.
What's that?
When you was like, I'm wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have those talks. Yeah. If you don't have those talks, then the situation is not going to get better. It's just going to get worse. And if the person doesn't want to have those talks, there's no reason to stay around at all and even try to even put up with
it. That's not putting in any effort.
Yeah.
It's not even that. Even I feel like even as the quality of a great leader is to know that you're not always right, that you don't always have the best answer. And the quality of a great leader is being able and knowing when to delegate certain tasks and things to other people that are more knowledgeable in areas, because we can't know everything. So that's one thing I had to learn. I don't know everything, but there's a lot of things that she knows. And there's a whole nother side of the story or side of the coin that she can see that I can't see. So if I actually listen to her and digest the information she's giving to me, I actually end up making better decisions. It's like she's not trying to override my decision. She's just trying to say, hey, babe, did you look at it from this angle? And it took me a long time to realize that. Like I said, because before it was like, nah, I don't care what you're talking about. This is what we're doing. And it was like, that didn't work. And that's why we butt heads for a while. So it's like, you, as a person, for me personally, it took a lot of internal growth in my marriage, in my relationship, for it to be what it is now. And I understand that. Like you said, Kevin, it's not easy because, like I always say, it like to be a good husband, to be a good father, it is a selfless position. You have to be outside yourself, and you have to account for and try to take understanding of everyone else's feelings around you, like how they would see it. Like even as a parent, like it's hard to just like, even though sometimes Ava or Kendall may come up to you and say something, and like you want to say no right off the bat, but then you look at it from their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like to you, it's Monday, right? To them, it's their childhood. Like, so this no may be the impactful no that sticks with them forever. So I try to view things that way when my daughter comes to me, and I try to view things that way when my wife comes to me with a situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, outside of yourself.
Yeah. I really don't know what to honestly say sometimes. As a
sometimes
person,
you ain't got shit to say.
No, I'm just saying, as a person who was damn near going to get a divorce just not even a month ago, there was a lot of things that was going on and happening,
Yeah.
But during that course of the time where it was going on, like you said, we had those talks. It took separating to have those talks. And so
I don't know who said it, but I thought it was a great quote. He said the road to resentment leads is followed by 2 to 3 things unsaid every day. So if you approach the problems as they're presented and don't let them stack up, it's you have an easier road because now we can address these things as they are. So now instead of addressing 12 issues, we're addressing one or two. And a lot of times, if you address one issue, it'll fix a couple more.
What are we talking though? Because some things
Like in marriage.
I was like pet peeves. Sometimes you just gotta let shit be. Sometimes you just gotta let shit be. Like, I hate that shit.
I can't stand the way my wife chew gum. I just put an ear pod in.
Because I don't want to speak about it every time. Because then it's just.
It's funny. You want to know the one thing I can't stand about my wife? She can't do two things at once. She can't walk and drink.
Never mind. I'm not going down that road because then we have a lot of women viewers. So, hey, man,
No, I'm just saying. It's like when you're walking somewhere and you're like, go to drink and it's like, gotta stop.
Yeah.
Then you can go again. I'm like, can you just keep doing that shit?
Yeah, they made a whole line of dolls out of that.
But as far as that topic goes, it's like Marie said, you just gotta have that communication. And if the communication is met by whatever resistance, anger, whatever, and they don't want to have it, then there's no reason to keep at it.
But you got to have logical communications. You can't have communications and make statements backed by emotions. Like a lot of people don't understand, like how your feelings are valid, but it don't make them fact, right? You can feel a certain way, but that's not the fact of the situation.
Yeah.
Just because you feel that way doesn't mean this is what it is. So you have to have these conversations from a logical standpoint. You have to take your feelings out of the conversation a lot of times, and a lot of people it's hard to do that, especially when you feel like you're being attacked. It's hard to take your feelings out.
How I think of golf. I always tell people when you're playing golf, this shit's uncomfortable. You have to, if you want to get good, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's almost the same shit where you're like, I don't want to have this fucking conversation.
Yeah.
But we kind of have to have this conversation. Like, that's how it starts. Got to do the work from somewhere.
So, being comfortable with being uncomfortable and feel the feels.
Got to feel the feels.
You have two quotables. I just want you to know that.
Sweet.
You're a quotable nigga. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Show him the shirt.
I got a homie who he will argue to the death. He's like, name me a Kendrick quotable. And I'm like, damn, nigga, you made this actually kind of hard. Like, he got a lot of bars, but I'm like, I know what you mean.
There's a difference between
like it's tough.
Rap niggas and whack niggas. What is it? Whack niggas and rap? Something like that.
Is that the one that you're gonna stick out though? Where you're like, we're going bar for bar with the bars of the century, and you're gonna throw that one out?
So
I get it. Sorry.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I was just thinking right now.
This nigga said we serious.
No, it just right now. If I was just thinking that every time I say why we say the N-word so much, all of a sudden it becomes N-word.
No, you just notice it. It's always like that.
Like,
hey man, put that big ass watch down and let the people see your face.
Can I say this to you though? Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome of you. Because
what?
Yeah, because you're being vulnerable right now, and you got this big ass watch blocking the camera.
I'm being vulnerable
because you just talked about your possible divorce, and then you're opening
my
up
separation and almost a divorce. Yeah.
I'm saying that's
a big move.
That's big.
Yeah, it was a weird 3 months. I can tell you that.
You went from being 5'1" to 5'7".
Yeah,
he's 5'7".
Oh no, just in that moment because he's bigged up. He got.
Let's give him 6'2".
6'2".
Y'all being generous.
Let him get on the roller coasters at least.
I'll being generous.
You know what? Thank everybody for listening to the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yeah. He's not wrong there. With that being said, this has been episode 130 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stuttering Fly once again with these 3 guys.
Jean Jacket Slim.
You ain't none of those.
Rosie O. Your boy.
Is that real?
It's your boy Melissa the Grouch.
Is that real?
Dick finger.
Yeah, no.
Is it a yeah or no?
No. No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they call him Hunter.
And they call me Hunter.
Every time I look to my left, I see dick fingers.
They're not cut off. That's from the nubs. I know a couple nubs.
With this being said, we appreciate you. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share, comment. If you're a woman that wants to be part of the podcast, slide into our DMs, just not hunters. And
Outside of mine either. I got to shit. My wife.
yeah,
crazy.
or hunters.
No, it's just the heavyweight podcast DM. It's cool there.
Just slide in there and let us know that you want to be part of a podcast. Serious inquiries only.
Don't hit up Dulo44 because you might catch some
I'm not even going to tell you what my...
It's not hard to
IG
find,
is.
man. They just be like, these guys.
But anyway,
It's on your hat, so.
no, it's not.
Now you snitch.
Anyway, thank you. We love you guys. Peace till next time.
Peace.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.